Hi guys, it's Paschal here. So I'm bringing to you Efe, who just started making her first couple of dollars online. So I normally try to get people early because by the time they become to millionaires, they become very far away for us to see them again. So we can't literally relate to somebody's journey towards success. So this is something that I did not get myself. I think I wouldn't say nobody. I didn't record. I didn't have my own memory apart from the one in my head. So the reason I'm capturing this on camera is just for us to look at the journey. Let her tell us exactly what she has experienced with everything everybody is going through, the whole pandemic and everything. How she managed to overcome this milestone that many people get stuck with. So, hi, Efe, welcome. So, if you don't know, just give us a little bit about your background and everything.
Okay, like Pascal said, my name is Efe, and I am in Canada. I'm calling from Canada. I'm in Mississauga, to be precise. So, my journey has been one of a kind because it's my first. I've never done an online business before, but it's been full of one experience after the other and very good experiences. I came from a background of two parents working, and that's what I grew up with. So I had told myself that, I am going to just work for somebody, get my salary at the end of the month, and then I'll be satisfied with that. But along the line, I got dissatisfied with the way I was living.
I think we lost her. Okay.
Am I still?
Yeah, back now.
Okay. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's internet. What can we do about it? Nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so I just wasn't satisfied with the way I was living, and I needed to get something, going. I needed to like eat my cake and have it. I wanted to have the freedom, and I also wanted to live a good life and not be, confined to a particular way of doing things. And so I listened to some audio messages, and one of the teachers was talking about doing a business online, doing e-commerce, and he was so emphasizing on it so much. And then a few days later, I stumbled into Pascal's video.
Yeah, before we get to that,
all right.
Yeah, don't worry. When normally when a lot of people will see adverts online, I can tell you now, I am in online business. I get bombarded with ads every now and then. Once I'm on,
yeah,
there's ads everywhere, but a lot of people have financial problems. There's this book that I read it's an audio I listened to by L. Nightingale. He said, ask two questions. If you ask every person on your street these two questions, one question is, what are you currently doing to increase your income? Mm-hmm. And if you don't receive an answer, ask the second question, what do you want to be worth when you are 65 or when you retire? Then if you don't get an answer to the next question, the two questions, move to the next house. And the reason is there was a survey that was done, and a lot of people, I was a victim of it. I'm not saying that I have anything special talent. But all my life, I knew I should be doing more. I knew that's intellectual. Yeah, I knew I should be earning more. I know I have this talent. There are a lot of people who are graduates. There are a lot of people who are intelligent. There are a lot of people who are smart, bookworms. But their bank account doesn't reflect that.
True.
So I was in that category big time, heavily. So what is it for you? You got started when you saw the audio, you saw my video. What is it that made you pull pull the trigger to just follow through? Because a lot of people get into the idea of if they need to know what to sell before they start, they need to understand one thing. They need to know how much it will cost them before they will invest. They need to know. And often enough, they do all the search and all that. They don't still find the answer. They don't understand why that is happening. Mm-hmm. And how did you get past that phase?
Okay, so like I said, I listened to a motivational talk and he kept on emphasizing on online business. And I didn't know, I prayed about it and I was still praying. And I didn't know where or how to start. But when I watched that video from beginning to end, though it didn't paint my own very picture, but I resonated with it immediately. And the part I resonated with was the fact that I could work from anywhere, anytime, be my own boss. You know, I didn't have to be constrained or confined to going to work 9 to 5 and not being able to do what I want to do. So like I said before, it's like eating your cake and having it. And I had been into contract jobs that, you know, had expiry dates. And towards that end, I was just wondering, will they be renewed? Will they not be renewed? Some of them were renewed, some of them were not. And even the ones that were not, I had started looking for jobs much earlier than the termination date. But sometimes, like in one occasion, I had to wait another 3 months after the termination before I got another job. So I just told myself, well, I can't continue like this. I want to be the boss of my own self. I want to control my time, my money, and, you know, my space. So that's what resonated with me in that video.
So it's more of, there's this thing Bob Proctor normally says. I think I heard it from him one time. He said, all religions, whether you're Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, atheist, whether you believe or you don't believe in anything, our psyche is more of, we are being lured to a future, a promise of a better future. That if you tell the truth, you don't cheat anybody, you treat people nice, you will go to heaven. Does that make sense? That's the future. The future is what we're going to is heaven. So I believe that's where everybody, but we have not seen anybody has gone to heaven, but we believe if we do these things. So we think heaven is outside of us. So it's kind of a paradox. We want something and we don't understand that thing can be here.
Yeah, and
now. But the psychology we grew up with, like you said, you're applying for jobs, you know, deep down that this job is going to take you away from your time, but you tell yourself, no, this one is going to be better than the other one. But you look at your whole life, nobody has been in any job that told you that this job, I really love it so much that it's not paying me well enough, and I am traveling when I want to, and I do what I want, apart from people who own their own businesses. But there are people that like their jobs. I'm not disputing that.
Yeah.
So with that future promise, we tend to hang on to some idea of something is going to happen magically.
Yeah.
Future. So without us understanding that we can actually do that, start living that life today.
Yeah.
It's all about confidence. Your own boss. Right. So you saw the training. Most people, when they get to that point, you start looking, you start browsing. You must have seen other videos online. What resonated with you when you saw the advert that you saw?
To be honest with you, I thank God that I didn't have to go too much online to start looking here and there. It was as if the answer I was looking for was handed over to me on a platter of gold. Because after I watched the video and I was able to access the free videos, it was something that I hadn't done it before. It was exciting to me. And I decided to try it. I didn't go and ask questions. I don't know. I just went into it, will I say blindly?
Yeah.
But it has paid off in the end because I have learned so much. Apart from the business, my self-development is incredible. The way I think, the way I do things, the way I don't, when I used to say, when I'm praying, I say, Lord should forgive me in my words, my thoughts, my actions and reactions. Now I've changed the reaction part of it to response, because if I react, that means maybe I've acted negatively.
That's correct.
But when I respond, it's like I have thought about it and I have told myself, no, this is the way you should behave here and now, So I've really gained a lot from the training. In fact, just the videos alone, those videos were enough to convince me to go into the online space. I didn't think about scam. I didn't think about whether it was true or not. I just knew that this was something that it just, when you know something, you don't need any convincing anymore.
That's the word.
Yeah.
And this is the trap most people fall into when it comes to online business. You said you don't need convincing. Everybody has something, an internal guidance, intuition. Everybody knows to change their life. It's in the Bible. The road that leads to destruction destruction is broad.
Yes, it's broad.
While the one that leads to life is crooked and narrow.
Narrow, yeah.
When you see an advert, they promise you heaven and earth within the next. You tell you gotta make 100,000 in 6 weeks. Everybody has done this. You can do it too. You use your own sense and say, "Is this real? Can this be true?" You can believe it. I'm not saying that you can't believe it. You can believe it, but who do you know that achieved success in that short period of time without putting in the work?
Hard work,
because success, there's nothing like Napoleon said, there's no such thing as something for nothing. You got to pay the price. You got to do the work. You got to burn the midnight candles. You got to wake up in the middle of the night to do the work.
Yeah.
So we all have internal guidance. If somebody tells you, I am succeeding in this thing, but it takes hard work, you can succeed if you put in the work. You probably know this person is they're not trying to flatter you with like this just to get your money. This is the road that you should be heading for. But I can't decide for anybody. You can sometimes stewards will say you need a little bit more life experience. Maybe you need to lose a little bit more money to all those get rich quick scheme mentality. Then you come back to your ground and say, you know what? I'm gonna stick with this one now, and it's just experience. There's nothing wrong with it. Shakespeare said, "Nothing is good or bad. Only your thinking makes it."
Thinking makes it so.
So it doesn't really matter if you go and experience those things. That's fine. It's just that's your own path to your life. So you got into the training. Obviously you've crossed a barrier where people get stuck. When it comes, another thing that holds people back is they are not technically skilled. So what was your background in terms of technology when coming into Zero?
Zero. I just knew how to use my laptop, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and and then emails and browsing. That was all. Nothing technical at all. Nothing technical. Even till now, I still struggle a bit, but I know where to go to find what.
Yeah. So with your zero skill, and now, what have you achieved? What have you learned through this period? What exactly? Just give us an idea.
Okay, I'm just going to summarize it. I've built my website.
Wow. And
building a website is technical. It's not something I've ever dreamt of doing before. And, that's one of the things I cherish in this business. I was able to, through Stuart's training, I was able to build up the mini site. But when I moved to the Divi theme, and I used Pascal's tutorial lessons to build my website, I can go there and change any page I want. I can modify the page. I can remove things. I can add things now without anybody's help, without even referring to the tutorials. It's only when I get to some technical portions that maybe I've tried it once, twice, three times, and I can't get it, then I go back to tutorials. So I have built my website and I'm still improving on it. I can write blogs and post on my website. I can, there are a lot of things that I can do technically now that I wasn't able to do before, that I even never dreamt of doing before.
Oh, so this is incredible. Now, if you're listening to this, let me give you a little bit of insight what happens behind the scene. There was a lady in the community, they were like struggling to build website. One of them went and prayed. God, pray to help this, help Paschal to teach us how to build website. I don't know what came over me one day. I said, okay, let me do a tutorial and show how to build a website from scratch. So I did that tutorial and gave it to the guys for free. So if you're wondering, that's how some people, if you pray to God, God will provide you the answers. You don't need to talk to me, but maybe I will hear it through God's voice. And I can't do it. But I've told already not to pray that type of prayer again. Because she gave me a lot of work to do. But anyway, I enjoyed it. I'm happy that it's not just you. Almost everybody is using that and they're finding it helpful. Mm-hmm. It all comes from experience. We all learn it. We are here to help each other. That's the way I say it.
True.
Now, you move past that phase. Now, another thing that holds people back is age. They think the age is not on their side. Obviously, you're not that old, you're still young, but we still have that barrier. For me, from my own experience, I was about 37 when I started SFM. That's 3 years ago. So I had this fear of, like you said, not knowing what to do. But you crossed that part. Do you think age is something that can stop anybody that can succeed in this?
No, I don't. With what I know now, maybe before SFM, I would have said yes. But with what I know now, age is no limit. I once shot a video, accept no limits. And Les Brown said that in life, there are no limitations except the ones we put on ourselves.
That's true.
If you put a limitation on yourself, then that's your own cup of tea. But I don't think age is a limit. And apart from that, in this part of the world, I studied supply chain management in one of the colleges here in Canada. And one of my classmates, was it class or schoolmates? She was in her 60s. So I was wondering, I said, maybe somewhere in Africa, they'll be wondering a 60-year-old person cannot go back to school. But here is this lady, 60-something years old. I think she was the oldest then in my time. But she was in school. So I just said, well, if this lady can do it, then why not me? Absolutely. Same thing with business as well. If age is not, age is a matter of the mind. I don't feel I'm as old as I am, because sometimes the way I do things, the way I think, the people I want to relate with, maybe they are kids and that's what I want to be, a child. Because even the Bible says that except you have the mind of a child, you can't make it to heaven. So, and this community has helped me in that aspect as well. So age is not, I don't believe that age is not a limit at all. So long as you have that goal in your mind, you set up your mind to achieve it and you work towards it, it will come to pass.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing that. I hope this is going to bring some value context to people who are like on the fence and still trying to wrap their head around this whole thing. Now, for me, one of the benefits apart from the money, apart from the lifestyle and everything that this online business has helped me, the biggest for me is my family. Mm-hmm. What do you think is I was not spending time with my son. That was one of my goals. That's why I was not spending time with my spouse. I'm like, we're always constantly living in the same house. We hardly speak to each other, and we say we are married. There's some things that you know is wrong, but you do it. Because I had this ego as a man. I'm providing. I'm going to work 12 hours. I come back. I provide for the family. I come back. Everything should be like this because I am the man. You know, this ego as a man. I had that. But this training, there's something called humility. It made me like calm down to really see clearly. When there, I would say, I can see clearly now. I now know why my children are not doing their homework. I know why my wife is angry when I come back. I now know why my life is just the way it is. I know why I am trading my time, my life, just to get a paycheck. There's nothing wrong with all these things. Remember, nothing is good or bad. It's just the way you look at it.
Yeah.
So I now understand it. That's why Solomon said, in all you get understanding.
Yeah.
Because if you don't understand these things, it's not going to change. So within 2 years, I wouldn't even say 2 years. 1 year, I started seeing big changes with the education, the training, the mentorship, the coaching. I started seeing changes in my life. So what is it for you? What has literally this done for you in your life?
A lot. First of all, I'm going to give maybe 2 or 3 aspects. First of all, it has changed my mindset. I had told myself I'm not a business person. I can never do business. My own is just to work and get my money at the end of the month. That's what I told myself. And I had, my parents, my dad was the university librarian before he retired. My mom was an administrator. So all I grew up with was going to work, getting a salary and, living your life. And then when we were growing up, my dad was earning good money. He could still travel. The African currency hadn't degenerated to what it is now. So life was good. So that's what I grew up with. But these days, that doesn't seem to work. That formula doesn't work anymore. And so I had to change my mindset. And this program helped me to do that. Reading books that were recommended, going through the training, listening to people that had succeeded and are still succeeding, listening to webinars. I said, wow, this can just, so that was what changed my mindset. I said, I need to have a mindset change. Otherwise, I'll just, be on the same spot. And I didn't want to do that. The second thing that the training did for me was to tell myself that I could achieve anything I wanted to achieve as long as I put my mind to it, as long as I desired it, put my mind to it and worked towards it as well.
Yeah.
The power of visualization, the power of meditating on your goals. In fact, having a goal. I did not have a goal before, but this program made me to have a goal and focus on that goal, work towards that goal. I have long-term goals now. I have short-term goals now.
Yeah.
And my short-term goals, I'm working towards them. So, and I remember, I don't know if it's Nightingale that said it or Napoleon Hill, that the people who succeed are people who have goals.
Yeah, Nightingale.
Succeed. They don't have any goals. And that was what I was before. But now I have goals that I can focus on and I can work towards, and I know where my heaven is.
Yeah.
if I can use that word.
That's true.
And so I'll be working towards it, looking forward to getting there by all the things that I do. And I've also learned that if I'm not able to achieve all that I plan to achieve in a day, I shouldn't stress myself out. I shouldn't be worried about it. As long as I know that I put in my best for that day, if I could achieve maybe 2 out of 3, then I go to sleep and, tomorrow is another day. And sometimes other days I achieve even more than what I expected. I have more energy than what I expected. So I'll just, take one day at a time. So those are the 2 things I have learned. There are so many things. My way of thinking has changed.
Yeah.
I don't argue with people anymore. So
it all comes down to mentorship and coaching. That's the way I look at it. Somebody helped me to understand this. You guys may be looking at this. If you're watching this video, I want you to understand something. There's got to be a lot of repetition. You got to try some things over and over and over. And in fact, 1,000 times. I want to scare you. That's how big it is. Because let me tell you exactly what I experienced. I first heard Les Brown, "It's not over until I win." That woke me up. Is it true? Have I given up early? I'm still 38. Am I trying to give up in life right now at this age? People are 70. I still got 30 years to go for this thing. What am I doing? Les Brown, I kept listening to Les Brown over and he kept saying, "It's not over until I win. It's not over until I win." So I was in the beautiful thing that happened. A lot of people get motivated. You see, there has to be a balance.
Yeah.
Success has a balance. A lot of people get motivated to do things. I'm super excited this week, but there's nowhere to release that energy. The luck, would I say is luck, was I was in SFM. I was in education. They were teaching me how to sell products online. So I was saying it's not, I will be motivating myself every day. So I was doing one or two things on the training every day. So I started to believe it. Now, like you were saying, all these things, money, time, I was not really worried about it. I had one goal in mind. Whatever these people are doing to make money online, I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's the mindset. Was fixed on making money online. But don't get confused with it. I see a lot of Christians. This is where my heart starts to like break. We pray very hard. Tell me about it. When I say very hard, I have the picture of my mother in my head. She's gone now. When you say somebody is a prayer warrior, my mother can stand up and pray for like 2, 3, 4 hours, consistently yelling and screaming on her voice. So I have experienced all these things. Now, but she wasn't that rich. My dad was. My dad hardly prayed. So the dichotomy was my mother was praying and my father was succeeding. So you would say she's praying for him. But I understand now that maybe that could be the case. But how come this man that hardly goes to church is doing well? And this one that is, what is the problem? Where is the disconnect? There has to be a balance.
Yeah.
If you want to create any change in your life, you got to pray. There is nothing wrong with praying, but you still need to do the work. You still need to do the work. In fact, faith without action is dead.
It's dead.
I heard that from Napoleon Hill. I'm like, that's why many Christians are struggling.
Yeah.
A lot of people have faith. They believe in God. They go to church every Sunday. They pray. They wake up every morning, gather their family, they pray. But when it comes to educate yourself, sit down. Many people have laptops on their home. Many people have iPads. Many people have gadgets. 3 of them, 4 of them.
Phones.
In their house.
Yeah.
Why can't they use it to increase their income? That goes back to that same question El Nightingale said. What are you doing currently to increase your income? And what do you want to be worth when you're 65? That's the goal. What do you want to be worth? You know, those 2 questions are tricky, but it's kind of simple because nobody really dreams of 65. My dream before was to get my paycheck at the end of the month. How many parcels am I going to deliver this month so that I can get 3,000 or 2,000? Then maybe if I made 2,000, I'll say maybe let me see if I can make 2,500.
Exactly.
That's your target. That's not what we're talking about, guys. You gotta dream big. You gotta have a vision. It's all in the Bible. So to wrap this up, Efe, thanks for showing up. What would you say to? I know there are families out there. There are people out there that they may be in an online training, and they're thinking of giving up. And you started succeeding now. or you've already started succeeding way back, even before you started making the money, I can, from the definition. So what would you say to them in this moment to keep them going?
I will just tell you to be persistent, because I'm going to use myself as an example. I always like using myself as an example so that people will know that it's possible. I'm not saying it to boast, but I am saying it to encourage and to inspire you, because that's what I like to do. I like to inspire people. I like to help them. I like to encourage them, no matter how hopeless the situation is. So when I started in 2019, and this is 2020. And as at March of this year, I hadn't made even one sale. Will you ask me if I was discouraged? Of course I was. Will you say I was downcast? Yes, I was. But I didn't think of quitting. Quitting was not in my radar at all. I just told myself, I'm going to get it. It may take a longer period of time, but I'm going to get it. So if you're in a situation where you think that there's no more hope, you want to go back, don't go back, because if you go back, you won't win. Quitters don't win and winners don't quit. So don't quit. Know that you just have to be persistent, and your race is not somebody else's race. So you are on different paths and your journeys are different. So run your own journey, and don't let anything that anybody has done or achieved affect your own achievement or affect you achieving your own goals. When I didn't make any sales for the first 1 year, I was just wondering, what am I doing or what am I not doing that others are doing to make it? But I told myself, I had listened to an audio, which I can't remember everything it said, but it said the one thing I got from there was, you will get it right. And I held on to it. I said, yes, I'm going to get it right. No matter how long it takes me, I'm going to get it right. And so in May, was it May? Yeah, I made my first sale, which was the 13th month of my being in SFM. I didn't get discouraged after 1 year. If I had told myself, okay, I'm going to try this thing for 1 year, and I decided to quit after that 1 year, the very next month was the month I made my first sale. I wouldn't have made it, and I've made subsequent sales after that. So I'm just encouraging you, don't quit. Whatever you put your mind to do, except you are not sure that this is what you want to do. But if you are sure and you are facing obstacles, obstacles are normal in life. I can't remember who said it now. Maybe it's still Nightingale or Napoleon Hill, that for every adversity, there's an equal seed of advantage or benefit or greatness. Yeah. So look for the greatness, look for the advantage, look for the goodness, the benefits in that adversity you are going through, if you call it an adversity, but don't quit.
Well done, well said. I'm gonna try and wrap this up, but you literally hit the nail on the head with your opening statement. You have to be persistent. And this is one word that stands out for me. No matter how dark it is, I try to still take one step forward. So if you're in any organization, any online training, any crypto course training, any real estate training, this works everywhere. This is not just online business. Yeah. It works everywhere. We're not showing you this video for you to leave your own program and come and join us. Stick with what you're doing. It will work out there for you, but align yourself with people who are winning in the game. Yeah. Don't try to do it by yourself. Don't try to do it by yourself. So persistence is one word that stands out for me. Sometimes I don't feel 100%, but I have a principle. 1 or 2 things every day. Because success, like Efe said, I read this from L. Nightingale. Success is the progressive. The adjective is progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Our word progressive is you're moving forward. Yes. So every day you're trying to build, look at it like you were trying to build a house. The house like 5 rooms, 3 bathrooms, 3 kitchens. Every day you come to that piece of property, you put 1 block. You put 1 block. Some days you put 10. Some days you put 50. But one day you just come tired. All you just put is 1. It's a progress. You're not going to put that same block again. So as long as you keep adding up, there's no way that house is not going to be completed. So never ever, if I can give you one thing to help you with your mindset, because I believe success is 95% mental and 5% strategy. Let me say it again. Success is 95% mental, 5% strategy. Strategy is, what products can I sell? How much does it cost? That's 5%. It doesn't accumulate for success. It's important, the work, the opening of your laptop, that's 5%. The mindset is 95%. Every successful person will tell you this. It's how you deal with that negative voice inside your head that tells you, this thing is not real. It's a scam. It's not going to work for me. That's where the work is. You got to stamp that out of your mind. So to help you with that, there'll be links around this video to download the Stranger's Secret. Google it on YouTube. Listen to it every day for the next 30 days. That will be my assignment for you if you're watching this. And do the assignments behind the book for the next 30 days. It's very simple. 1 or 2 things every day towards a particular goal. And there's no way you're not going to succeed, because we already know it's possible for you. Like if you say, never give up, you will get there. Right? That's a very simple strategy we follow. We don't have any. Do you have any special talent, Efe?
I honestly, I don't. And I'm not even using what I studied in school. I studied biochemistry. I studied supply chain management. I'm not using any of that to do this online business. So,
yeah, people look at me and say, Pascal, you have a special. I don't have any special thing than me. But it's just 1 or 2 things every day. That's a formula. And don't neglect it because it's so simple. Don't look for success somewhere else. I just give you people out here. If you can do it, look around you. If you want to know what I'm saying is true, look at the 5 closest friends you have right now. How many people have told you their goal and they are doing 1 or 2 things every day to achieve that goal? You know what I'm saying, whether it's true or not. You'll find maybe there's none of them. You probably need to change your friends. All right, guys. I'll see you. Thanks, Efe. Thanks for coming up. Do you have any final word? Let's wrap this up, and we're like 40 minutes on time here. Yeah?
Well, I think I've said it all. Just be persistent and, just focus on your goals and work towards it. You will have obstacles, but make up your mind that you are going to succeed, and you will.
Amen. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Amen. Thanks for having me.